For parents and children to be able to really talk to each other. And there are ways you can build that connection and open up the lines of communication with both young children and teenagers. Christina Carter from Intuit Parenting is with us to share some simple strategies. Thanks for being here.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so what are some ways that parents can establish that open line of communication between their children, whether they're young children or teens?
Yes, so we want our kids to come to us with anything: celebration, burden, heartache, but things get in the way that cause them to withhold or avoid opening up.
Yeah, what kind of things would prevent a child from going to their parent and want to share that intimate information?
Yeah, so sometimes maybe we've been reactive with them in the past, or they've gotten lectured or felt dismissed or ridiculed by others. They also might struggle to verbally express themselves, or maybe they just don't understand the situation that they're in fully.
Interesting.
And so what kids of any age need most in order to communicate more is safety and trust.
Okay, so how do we get there?
Yeah, so it's going to be safety in your unconditional acceptance of them, safety in the fact that you won't react to them or punish them, that they can just come to you and you can unconditionally just hear them, trust that you can provide validation, and trust that you will lighten their burden instead of contribute to it. So what does that look like, right? Well, one thing is talking to your kids, letting them know. If you can feel that they are harboring something or that something's on their mind, you can say, it seems like something's on your mind. I know it can be hard to talk about something, but it always feels better after. I promise to just listen and not react, and I'm here if you want to figure it out together. You're letting them know you're not alone. The ball's in their court, but you've paved a way for them to reach you. And it can be hard sometimes because it's that line of communication, that trust needs to be built over time sometimes.
Right, and it might not be easy to hear some of the things, I guess from a parent standpoint, to hear maybe what's troubling their child and not react in a way that makes them feel like, I can't come to you anymore with this
That's exactly right. It's a fine line, right? Yes. Another thing you can do is spend time with your child doing no pressure activities. So no teaching, no pressing them for information, just presence. So playing a game of cards or going out for ice cream or playing catch in the backyard. Doing this over time teaches your child that you love being with them and they don't have to change or do anything for you to approve of them.
And how do you navigate the different age groups? Because I can understand a parent talking to a 6-year-old a certain way, but when you're talking to maybe a 16-year-old, you don't want to baby them.
Right, exactly. Yeah, teens are definitely a little bit more tricky. So I would say, not every child is verbally inclined, especially teens. They really do withhold a lot.
They want to be adults. They want to go out and be independent, but
absolutely.
They can't quite yet do that.
Yes. So the verbal communication is not always the route, and that is okay. So encourage different ages of kids. Encourage them to either draw it out or write a song or poem about it, or for younger kids, point to clues, thumbs up, thumbs down. What color or weather pattern does it feel like? Point to yes or no, kind of like engage in that way. And encouraging them in this way tells them you are important to me and you matter. We're not going to get them to open up to us and tell us everything, but establishing that trust and just letting them know I'm here is the most important part.
And I think it's a good opportunity to also kind of reflect on your own self. Like, am I being too judgmental? Am I being too aggressive in my response?
That is so important.
Kind of see because if it's not working, maybe it's something.
The self-reflection is huge for sure. And I would say another great tip would be to share things about yourself, especially for older kids.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, share some things about yourself, and you can say, I felt peer pressure in high school, and you know what I learned?
Be vulnerable.
That's it. And it takes the spotlight off of them, and they're able to gain insight about their own situation.
Maybe relate a little bit.
That's exactly right.
Christina, thanks for being here. Good advice.
Thank you.